Welcome to the Limitless Entrepreneur Podcast, your weekly dose of strategies and mindset tools to build a business in alignment with your purpose and get you playing a bigger game. I'm your host, Nicole Lano. Hello and welcome to the Limitless Entrepreneur Podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Nicole Lano, and we are here for a solo episode, one of our little mini Monday episodes where I'm going to talk about something. This is a question that comes up a lot. It's a question that comes up a lot with people. I hear people just sort of mention it kind of in passing as well, that it's just kind of a topic in the energetic industry, in the energetic space. So you see this a lot on Instagram. You'll see this a lot in content and podcasts that people are talking about raising your frequency. Raising your frequency. Can you stay in the energy of what you want? Can you hold the frequency of it? Lots of talk about frequency, lots of talk about energy. And I like to demystify the mystical. That's part of what our mission is on this show, is to take some of these more esoteric, kind of weird out there sort of sounding topics and bring them down to earth for you. So you can be like, oh, I get what that actually means. And a little bit of how you can do that. So what it means to hold the frequency. Now, I can kind of show you what it means to not hold the frequency. So if you've ever, and I'm going to use money as an example here. So if you've been working on a money goal, and you've done all the mindset work on your money, and you're doing affirmations, and you've got all of this stuff going that all the gurus tell you to do. You're writing, I'm a millionaire 555 times 5 days in a row, or whatever the heck that tip is. You're doing all the work and you're doing all the tricks, and then a bill comes or an unexpected expense comes. And you start thinking, I'm doing all this work. Why isn't this working? And you start to get upset, and you start to feel like it's not working. And my reality is that I'm broke. My reality is that my bank account is stagnant. My reality is that I didn't have money to pay for this thing, or I was making more money. It felt good. And then this thing came in and took all of the extra money that I was making. So any of those scenarios, if they've ever played out for you like that, or in anything else besides money, but money is typically, I see this a lot with money. So I'm going to use this example. And so you're doing all this money mindset work. Maybe it's starting to seem like it works. You're starting to see a little headway, and then something comes in and takes whatever that extra bit is, whatever part that seemed like you were coming out of, raising the bar for yourself, comes in and wipes it away. And you're either back to stagnant, or you've dipped a little bit and you're stuck at like the income level. If I make more, then more expenses come. And that puts you in a state. Now, holding the frequency, what it means to hold the frequency is, so you're doing all of that mindset work. You're doing all of that outward work, which feels like inner work, but it's really outward work until you've embodied it. You're doing all of that, and then something comes and the circumstance wipes it away. The circumstance wipes away all of your confidence. So in that moment, when the expense comes, when the bill comes, your frequency, your energy goes to, oh my God, it's not working. Oh my God, why does this keep happening? What's wrong with me? Something needs to be fixed. I thought I cleared that. I guess I didn't. Oh my God, what does this mean? Now, whether you're saying those things out loud or not, if you have any of that in your energy, that's you being in the energy of it's not working. To hold the frequency of what you want has to be that when you have to be above the circumstance. You have to be bigger than the circumstance. You have to believe so deeply in your body that you are the $1 million earner. You are, or whatever it is that your goal is, you are the 300K a year earner. You are abundant. Your bills are paid off. You have to have that so deeply ingrained in your body, in your frequency, that when the bill shows up, you're like, this must be some sort of mistake. This can't be. So I'm going to stay aligned with where I'm at. And I'm going to trust that the money will come to take care of this. Or how grateful am I that I made more money, that this is not a big deal to me this month. Now, if you can hold that, if you could truly stay there beyond the words, beyond just saying it, beyond just affirming it, if you can embody that, then you are holding the frequency. And what you will find is that on the other side of it, something better happens. If you can hold that frequency long enough, truly. Now, the difference between holding the frequency and saying you're holding the frequency, the difference between affirming something and embodying something, the difference between those two things are that your energy isn't triggered. If you have deep money fears, you have to fully process those. You have to get all the guilt and shame that you have about money out. You have to get all of the fear in your body and in your energy about money out. It cannot live in you, but it will live in you until you crawl inside yourself, go into that hole where that shame, guilt, fear lives, shine a light on it, and show it some love and tell it it's okay to come out. You don't need to hide in here anymore. I can look at you. I can feel all of this pain. I can feel all of this guilt. I can feel all of this fear. I can look at it. I could sit with it. I can allow it to be here. And then it will no longer have control over you and your energy and your frequency. But not until you do that. And that's the work that we do inside the Limitless Entrepreneur. We work through all of those deep, deep, deep small T and big T traumas. But that's the work that is embodiment. Because right now you're embodying the past until you face the past and until you process the past, until you embrace it and you allow it to be there. It is going to be what you embody. You embody the past. That which is not made conscious appears outside as fate, as Carl Jung says. That is what the shadow is. If you don't face it, you are doomed to repeat it. You are doomed to see it come at you in the outside world. So that is why it goes beyond mindset. It goes to, and the work that I do, what I have found is that the mindset work, just changing the way that I thought about things, did not work. What did work? Emotions. If I could get to the emotion that was holding the belief to me, then I could release the belief, and not before then. And that's what tapping is for. That is what the tapping work is for. And what human design can show you is how to be in your higher vibration without feeling like you need to be high vibe all the time, and to start trusting yourself and to start living in alignment. So you're not continuing to live in alignment with the past. So part of it's clearing the past, and part of it is aligning to something new, something true, something that is you, and not in alignment with your conditioning. So to hold the frequency, it's about not holding a different frequency, because it will always pull you back to those old beliefs. And can you envision and align to this better thing that you haven't realized yet? Can you align to the vision? Can you see yourself as the identity of that person who has the things that you want? Can you be grateful for them right now? To the point that no circumstance, nothing can be put in front of you that makes you not believe that future is a foregone conclusion. That is holding the frequency. That is changing your energy. That is becoming who you want to be before you are there. That is what it means to be the next level version of yourself before you have the next level things that you believe that that person has. That's what it means. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope that this demystified some of the things around energy and what it means to embody versus think or say or even believe, to really have it in your energy. I have a couple things that are pretty exciting here. One is a contest, so don't drop off yet. I have a little contest going on. We are going to be doing this thing where once a month we are going to be doing an episode with either a client of mine or a listener from the show or somebody in our Facebook group or someone in our world that applies to do this. And the way that you apply, we're going to do like little mini readings here on the show or like coaching calls. You could come on and say, like, I have this going on in my life. I'd love to know what's happening in my chart. Is there something in my chart that kind of could help clear this up for me? And we're going to do it here on the show. There are going to be episodes here on the show. So we're really excited about this. I'm very excited about it because working with people and doing readings and diving into people's charts, their business and their lives is what lights me up. So why shouldn't we do it here? And you all get to benefit from hearing other people's experiences, what their design is telling them. You get to see, maybe you get to pull some of that and see how it's applying to you. And it's just a great way to dive deeper into how this all works, not just like the concepts, but like how they get applied to the actual person, how they get applied to your business, and how they get applied to your life. So the way that you apply to be part of one of these episodes, to have your own mini reading, mini coaching session here on the show, it's two parts. One, leave a review for this show. Tell everybody why you love it and what you love about it on iTunes. Second part, take a little screenshot of your review and post it to your Instagram stories and tag me at Nicole Lano Official. We will be taking down all of the people who do this, and you'll be entered each month into the raffle to win the mini reading, mini coaching session on this show. So this is a great opportunity for you to be a guest on the podcast, which is one of the greatest ways to get in front of people and tell people what you do, and showcase yourself. And it's also a great way to get a little free mini reading. And if you've had a reading with me, or if you've done any work with me, you are all eligible for this. If you've already left a review for the show, that's okay. Go find the review, take the same screenshot, and post it to Instagram with a little bit about the show, and make sure you tag me or we won't see it. But tag me there and you will be entered, and you can do that through the end of January. We also have two things here because what we're talking about here with holding the frequency is deconditioning. We're talking about deconditioning and living by your design. We have two free guides for you that can get you kickstarted on that journey. One is called, newsflash, Deconditioning Guide. And the second one is our Productivity Guide, or as I like to refer to it, our Flowductivity Guide, which is showing you how to be productive while remaining in the state of ease and flow. Two really jam-packed, super, super useful guides. You could get the Deconditioning Guide at nicolelano.me/decondition. And the Productivity Guide at nicolelano.me/productivity. You can also go to our show notes where we've linked all of this stuff up for you. And there's all the information that you need if you missed any of it here. But please go download those guides. Please leave a review, screenshot it, tag me on Instagram, and then get entered into that raffle so that you can be on the show with me, being interviewed and having a little mini reading coaching session of your own. I would love to meet you or get to know you deeper that way. I thank you for being here. I thank you for always being here. Thank you for being part of the show, for being part of our family. I love you all. And remember, you are only limited by the limitations that you accept. And when you stop accepting those limitations, that's when you become limitless, everyone. So go out there and be limitless, my people. I will see you in the next episode. Bye. If you loved this episode, please leave us a review on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to this podcast. And if you want to stay in touch with us, we would love to have you as a part of our Facebook community, Practical Manifestors. It's a community for process-driven women looking for clear and actionable steps to embodying a life of wealth and alignment. Join us at Practical Manifestors in Facebook, or go to www.innerceogroup.com.